You know, for a short time, Donald Trump was acting a bit more presidential when it came to the campaign trail. When I say a short while, I mean hours. His new campaign manager, Paul MANAFORT, he was pushing for his client to do that. But then Trump pushed back, and he's back at it again. Take a look.
Do I look like a president? How handsome am I, right? How handsome? Now you look at Kasich, I don't think he knows what, did you see him? He has a news conference all the time when he's eating. I have never seen a human being eat in such a disgusting fashion. This guy takes a pancake and he's shoving it in his mouth. I told my son, he was watching, he said, "Daddy, look." I said, "Don't watch. Do you want that for your president?" I don't think so.
I'm sorry, it's hard not to laugh, you know?
Teachable moment, little bites, little bites.
By the way, who calls your kid Barron? You know, anyway, okay, leave that aside. He can't help himself, can he? Or is this part of the shtick?
No, I know, that's an interesting question, right? Like, does he have, Manafort go out there and kind of test the waters with it and then, good cop, bad cop thing? I think he's definitely having an internal struggle right now. If it's an act or if it's authentic, whatever it is, it's allowed him to get this far, and he knows that and believes it. So why stop now? If something's broke, don't fix it. But obviously, I think he is going to need to transition.
But, and Andrew laid out the math. It's going to be close no matter what in the home stretch, if he's going to get the numbers or not. And with so much uncertainty, even with some of the numbers, as to where will the unpledged delegates go and whatever, he's not really going to know till he gets to Cleveland, all right? I would think he's going to have to pivot in the last couple of weeks, last month at least, and assure the folks, look, I can be an adult. I do know where the continents are on the atlas. I can give you an idea who a friend
Why does he have to do that? He doesn't have to do that at all. The way Donald Trump thinks, it's my way or the highway.
I'll give you my argument. He didn't really take this stuff serious in the beginning. He didn't really think he was going to win. All of a sudden he says, my God, I can win. And what's more intoxicating on this planet than to possibly become the President of the United States? We've seen what people are willing to do for it. To that end, I think Manafort didn't go out and say, trust me, he'll act presidential without talking to his client. Mm-hmm. I think that he's prepared to do whatever he is to make deals with those same folks here, the party fathers, and say, trust me, I get in here, I'll populate the cabinet with guys you like, I'll make sure that, I don't keep talking about making places parking lots in the Middle East, or that I'm going to do the wall or whatever else. I got to say what I got to say to get elected here, but come the inauguration, you're going to get an adult in the White House. Don't you think he's got to give that kind of messaging?
Richard, he's got to get the nomination first. You can't get to step 2 until you complete step 1.
Well, can he get to a nomination?
He's going back to his regular self because that's what resonates. Richard, right before coming to the show tonight, stopped at my local post office in Pomona, always ask political questions. What do you think about Donald Trump? I told them the truth. They got angry with me. How could you say that? But check it out, though. Notice what they were talking about. They didn't ask me about Hillary. They didn't ask me about Kasich. They didn't ask me about, God forbid, Ted Cruz, about Donald Trump. He's going to be, everything he does is calculated. And when he's on that
you're
stuff,
giving him way too much credit.
Everything, the Mexican comment, I'm telling you, it was calculated.
Well, Dom, if he doesn't talk about the wall and doesn't talk about mass deportations and keeping them from coming in the country if they're Muslim, what else does he talk about?
His hair.
He talks about his hair, how gorgeous
his hands.
Okay, but let's be honest, Richard. His comment that you just played, it resonated with all 5 of us. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
In the break, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And so if it resonated with all 5 of us, what do you think it's doing with the American people?
Well, there is the view that a good joke by a seasoned comedian can also resonate. So it depends whether the people of America think he's a joke, a comedian, a joke teller, or whether he's a serious person to be the commander-in-chief of the most powerful military on the face of the earth and in the history of the world.
The thing that's been so shocking to me is that people have sort of been willing to forgive the fact, these groups of people, demographics of people, have been willing to forgive the fact that they've been insulted in exchange for authenticity. And that's a really interesting phenomenon that's happening right now. I mean, his negatives are still very high, and he's going to have to do something to combat that. but people are so frustrated with the robotic, canned talking points, and you have now they're saying, oh, he's going to do teleprompter speeches. He runs a huge risk of alienating the people.
People want authenticity, and they're attracted to Donald Trump because of his authenticity. Donald Trump then goes before the public and tells them, I look so handsome, I'm so presidential, and he's acting in a completely different way than the way Manafort's describing the way he's going to strike the deal with the party elders. So he's saying one thing and doing another. He's saying two different things to two different groups of people, whatever he has to do to get what he wants. A, that doesn't sound particularly authentic to me, and B, that sounds like the strike on Hillary Clinton. So, at some point the veneer the veneer of authenticity, I think, has to get crumpled up and washed away. Then again, a year ago we were saying there's no way he was going to run, so what the heck do we know?
Anyway.
I'm depressed.
Yes, and as I said, someone's head will explode, if not more than one, at this table by November. All right. When we come back, I'm going to go around the world with a congressman here. We're going to take a look in 8 minutes, the UK, North Korea, China, Israel, what's going on there, underreported stories, and why it should matter to you at home. Stay with us.